Good morning. My name is Effiong Samuel. Good morning, viewers at home and our commentators within Nigeria and those in diaspora. I thank you. And most times I enjoy your conversation. The debate and counter debate is always interesting. Yes, I'm boiling.
Drop press regulation bill allow free press. Journalists to pay 250,000 if you default, while the newspaper will pay 10 million. The media platform will pay 10 million. What kind of policy do you think this is?
You see, every platform, every system in the country have political sympathizers. They have ethnic alignments. They have religious alignments. They have paid puppets. They pay some people. If you listen to some radio stations in Nigeria, television station, they have paid analysts, paid puppets that they pay on regular. So when the truth is becoming obvious, those people calling to those radio stations, cut across Lagos, the east, have traveled, and they want to start countering some of those statements. Everybody have the reasons for being in a particular platform or radio station or TV station to push a particular aim or the other. So we understand all those politics and we understand those systems. It's okay. But the thing is, you cannot impose your right or your opinion or conviction against the popular opinion and realistic happenings in the country. Now, in addressing the issue of the press, let me quote from the statement of the senator representing Abia South in person of Eyinaya Abaribi, a former deputy governor of Abia State and the current senator. He said, and I quote, "Those who live by propaganda will die by propaganda. Those who live by double standard in 2014, 2019 during the campaign, and people openly embrace them, will die by the same double standard." So it is a simple principle. I'm happy Buhari is the president. I'm happy Lai Mohammed is a minister. And I'm happy the people who run their mouths are in governance. So we should enjoy what some people told us will make $1, turn $1, and so many good promises of how refinery will work. If Buhari is the president, everybody will be eating freely. So we should enjoy it as a people. Even in this, some people are still supporting them. I was reading a comment. Someone was telling me that, saying that Nnamdi Kanu incited the killings of police, which is a sane argument. But I want to push it down to the same person. Between the police killing and the military killing of innocent citizens that resulted to the agitation and answers and what is going on in the southeast, from those that have been killed by Exazaki and his boys, between the military and the security apparatus of the government and the civilian who has lost more life, between the military and the civilian, and pushing it back to those set of people who uses double standard, and they will pick a particular aspect of conversation to push their political alignment or their ethnic alignment or their pay master. They are in many radio stations and TV stations, and they are the ones pushing out the kind of narrative that want to switch their paymasters so that they can situate the argument they want to put. But this is the reality, which is bitter. As long as we remain a people who decide to pick ethnicity to justify a point at one time because it favors our alignment, who decide to pick morality at another time and forget that morality should be used as a universal language to all Nigerians, who decide to pick religion, who decide to pick benefactor politics. They pay most of these guys. I'm telling you, I know some that they pay. They call the whole radio station. The other one is in Amu Odofin. You are tuning in from one radio station in Lagos, so you will hear him call. They pay them. And the same people, if you check their body language and their statement 5-8 years ago, when things were even not as worst as this, how they were so vibrant in condemning and talking. So you now check a people whose hypocrisy and devilish mindset has characterized their double standard in everything in life. So you now ask yourself a question: can this nation move forward with this set of people? Because the bulk of these people are the ones still in governance, and you see people standing vehemently to push what is not logic. Somebody was comparing US and UK. The critique that Trump administration received from CNN, no Nigerian TV or radio station has ever done half. I challenge that person to an open debate nationally. None. So when you hear people that for reasons best known to them, will take an alignment and start preaching. They are not in the country. Some of them are good. They can come back and let us enjoy this together. You are citing. See, even if we've not traveled out, see, we have people too that have traveled out. We talk to friends. So when somebody now make it look as if you are the only one that has been to oversee, and we don't have other people to in the same country, we also talk to on the same subject of conversation. You are lying and you are making logic stand on your head by misforming the people to control a particular information that is not supposed to be so. But you will decide to keep quiet, while the same government that said immediately they come to power they will cure insecurity. Buhari will be in they kidnap 80 students in Kebbi, 5 teachers in Kebbi. So where are these people who I'm so sure were part of those who carried Chibok girls? Where are they? So you now see the hypocritical system, and it is no more news that the country will destroy. Forget all these propagandas. You are seeing an evidential fact of what is going on, and you are deciding to live in delusion that the country will be better. See, you can never be better except your current action, your past action, your present action will determine what you get in future. It's not a magic. So those who are hell-bent on deceiving themselves and those who they feel like deceiving, from the north central to the northeast to the northwest to the north to the south and to the southeast and to the south, which particular part of the country can you really say is in peace and they have good hospital, good road, good railway, things are working? So stop the hypocrisy and say the truth. I don't care who is paying whoever, and I don't care the alignment. The point is, the country has been divided on all lines, and we need to be saying it as it is. Some certain set of people can say they will pay 100 million naira bounty on Nnamdi Kanu, that they are destroying the properties in the north. Fine argument, sound, I give it to them. But it will be stupid of me to tell those people that they are so dwarf in their thinking when there was an Igbo woman that's a member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God that was beheaded in Kano. How many of those people paid bounty to come out and look for those who beheaded that woman? There was another woman that was preaching in Abuja. She was beheaded from the south. She was from the south. How many of these hypocrites, this double standard set of people that have characterized her? See, if you picked a path that you feel this is the kind of people you want to lead and this is what you want to support, divide the country and follow it. Follow your path and the kind of leadership structure that you feel is convenient with you. Now, as at that point in time, I'm not saying Nnamdi Kanu never incited. Nnamdi Kanu has been charged to court in this same country before Yinayi Abaribe collected his bail. Now, in the same vein, how many of these people, these hypocrites, went to place bounty on Shekau? That's where my arguments come with some of these hypocrites. Not because I'm supporting Nnamdi Kanu. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. So if you are playing an hypocritical system and you are not balanced and fair to everybody on the same pace, you have all men must be baby. You are the real devil. So now the question is, between Nnamdi Kanu, now I'm trying to be factual and logical. Who has done more condemnation and Shekau to killing and destruction of the Nigerian state
and destabilizing?
And I push it to an open debate anywhere in the world. Let's go to international panel. See, when you have hypocrites in different spheres of life that has characterized the major problem of the Nigerian political setting, commenting and being in spaces of governance, Nigeria can never move forward. So if you have picked an alignment that these people is what you want to follow, this is the hypocritical. You pick morality when it favors you. You will pick incitement when it is another man. Who said Nnamdi Kanu has never incited? He has been prosecuted in this country. Yes or no? He has. As they place bounty on Shekau, Gumi has been romancing bandits. These same hypocrites and double standard two-faced humans. Have they called Gumi to an open question?
Yeah.
So he now brings a justice, but rather a man like Sunday Igboho that is trying to defend his people was almost arrested in Lagos. It's on YouTube now, check it. So you see these hypocrites, they will tell you that Sunday, very sound argument. You know when people are clever by half, you see that you are talking does not mean the person you are talking to is not intelligent than you, is not exposed than you. You might not travel to get there. So I have seen so many traveled dollars. They will come back and say they've been. No, in all your traveling, in where you are, irrespective of the country of the world, is it the same principle that is applicable to arrest Sunday Igboho that has done a limited damage that is used for Shekau? Let me not even make it a more worrisome case. You can carry the kidnappers in Zamfara and be snapping picture with a sitting governor. very sound argument for those who at some point will say, oh, arrest Nnamdi. Sound argument. I'm not disputing that. Now, have you also demanded that the same kidnapper that was snapping picture and some you even integrated them back into the system as Boko? Now, between Boko Haram and IPOB, I push it to an open debate anywhere in this country. Who has done more harm to deserve amnesty? I'm pushing it to the group and those of the commentators of the government. See, the truth is, the hypocritical system and every alignment that each person feels will work for them, using the principle of double standard, they should follow it. Now, you think the agitation will stop? It's a question. I'm pushing it open to those people. The agitation will stop. The agitation will never stop. Let me even give you another scenario to even make it more worrisome. The same system that will give a man that scored 100 an admission to a university, and the Igbo man will score 250 for a course he will never get. Then you now say, see, must we continue in sin that grace might abound? God forbid. If the level of hypocrisy that makes so many of them, the likes of Kebeamo, to make it during this system, is not everybody that because of one kobo or 1 naira that you pay them will now make them to now sway. See, nobody is saying the Igbo man is a saint. Just like the way the Hausa man has never been a saint to this entity called Nigeria. So in the same way you will use to criticize and castigate and give them amnesty, those who have killed and bombed the territorial integrity, also give the Igbo man too. Let him also deserve the amnesty. Develop the region like every other region and stop politicizing every conversation because of mere hatred. Okay. It is allowing logic stand on its head, and I thereby challenge anybody who has gotten facts to have developed this country, cut across all ethnic group than the Igbo man. Note, that is not to say the Igbo man might not have faults, but in all our faults, apportion the same blame and the same gain, and the enjoyment of the oil. The reason why we are just shouting one Nigeria is because of the oil. If the Niger Delta region does not have oil, all of us be like not. What for they shout one Nigeria for? What is one about this entity that is divided from the beginning of time till now? From Awolowo to Ahmadu Bello to Nnamdi Azikiwe, they accepted that the Nigeria is never one. Only those who are eating from the system, who are lazy, who know that they don't have contribution if the country divides, are pushing for one. Are we one? Was it the question that wanted we want? You know, some people were telling me, you know, some people talk as if they don't know that some other people read history more than they do. That is there any country of the world that was one entity? Now, for your information, there are countries of the world that was never a united nation in terms of language and territorial boundaries. If you want us to go through history, then we'll start teaching you history. But the people, as at a particular point in time, decided and had conversations that this is how we want to remain as one. As the people, and for the ones that never had that conversation, the likes of Malaysia and Singapore, did they divide? The likes of China, Pakistan and Japan, India, Eritrea and Ethiopia. So what are you telling me? See, you can only convince a man who is not factual in history, who is not sound in argument, who has not known the connectivity of international foreign relations of countries of the world. Not somebody like me. You now say, is there any... See, my brother, there is nothing in this life that will happen to Nigeria that has never... See, so many countries are broken before. Some are stayed together. So, if you now say, how is the life of those that are broken? The question I'll ask you, the ones that have never broken before, that was a united country, how is their life? So, now the point is, in order to summarize, because I was really boiling when I was seeing comments of hypocritical standard, you pick an argument for a regional, political, and your benefactor. I have so many of them, they pay these guys. Then you will now sit somewhere and be typing what is not rational to the existing occurrence of Nigeria. Out of the youth staying in this country, how many have jobs? Is that what is applicable in UK and the US? Is that what is applicable in other parts? Is it in the UK? They will pick a particular ethnic group to dominate about 70% of all your security network in your own UK and your own US that you are. Then they will now deploy jet fighter to kill them in the southeast. Then they will now tell you that, oh, amnesty for the Boko Haram, they should release 180 million for the students of Greenfield University that was kidnapped. The parents of those children removed their properties, bought bags, and removed 180 million. So federal government was silent. Federal government did not use the air bomber. The NBC that want to regulate the social media now did not use a tracker
to cut the network of those kidnapping. So you see a people whose hypocritical tendencies, double standard, and I'm quoting the statement of Yeyina Ayaribi, those who live by propaganda will die by propaganda.
Mr. Samuel, good morning.
Good morning.